we saying it together?
Hi, ladies. Episode 1.
Yay!
Hello!
We're
Finally
here.
happening.
We're finally
exciting.
here together. This is so exciting.
So exciting.
Oh my gosh,
Can't wait.
You gals are just so great. This has been a fun process of us coming together. We want our audience and our friends here that are joining us to really just kind of dive in with us each and every day or each week to just talk as women who's gone through this life, and we are now wanting to build a life that we are creating on purpose and doing more for our future.
Awesome. So we're going to start each episode right around a quote. So the quote that we picked out to start our episode 1 is this: the more women who awaken from the slumber of should and live life by design, the more the torch will be passed to the next generation of women right behind them. Now that quote, it's a power pack quote, and it is from really the lady that brought us together, Julie Ciardi. She is our coach and mentor, and we've all resonated with that dream of waking up to not just being on autopilot and really living a life that we love, that we get to design. Right?
That's so true. Yes.
So true. And I think it's so interesting to note, like, that Julie, like, we are here because of Julie, but we all had this common ground. We all just felt this tug that we, it's not that we weren't happy in our lives, or, it's just really that we just felt a pull. We have so many different passions and we wanted to pursue them. And Julie was that person that kind of helped wake us up to the fact that there is more. And even though you are super grateful for the life that you have, you can still have a desire for something more.
Absolutely. And I think that's so true, especially being a mom. How many moms do we have out there listening to us today? And I just feel like we wake up every single day and it's almost like a routine, right? When we're raising our kiddos and we're getting ready for school, we put them on the school bus. And then what do, right? Some of us are in corporate. Some of us are stay-at-home moms. Some of us have gone through health struggles, and we get caught up in the shoulds, right, ladies, of what we think we're supposed to do and what we've been taught to do, or our upbringing, or all those things. And we kind of get wrapped up in just making the day function for our families. And we kind of forget about ourselves a little bit.
Kelly, I was thinking back to when we have 5 kids, 4 that are still living under the roof. But when they were little, I remember waking up and people would say, "What do you dream about?" And I'd be like, I wake up and my big dream for the day is, what am I going to make for supper?
Right? Do I have all the ingredients?
and if I accomplished that, I felt so good. And then the next day I would wake up and go, what am I going to make for supper? And although, I laugh about it now, it was survival. It was like, just survive the day. And there wasn't dreaming. Like, there wasn't money to dream. And I thought you need to have money to dream. And now I really don't even think that, because you have to think first before it starts to become your reality. But back then, oh my gosh, it was literally, what is dreaming? I really had a hard time with it.
And I can relate to that, Lisa. With 2, you have twins also. So Lisa and I are both twin moms. And I feel like the start of the every day was a lot of the same over and over, but it always was like me trying to rush to get the kids out, like working in corporate at the time. I would have like a car seat in each arm. Like, it's really good for upper body strength having twins, but I would be carrying the car seats to the car. And then I would like get to daycare, carry both car seats into daycare. And it was just the rush of the day. And then, picking them up and then having to do like the dinner and all the things and bedtime, baths. And it just, you kind of get stuck in this loop, of just what needs to get done each day. And and you're grateful. I mean, obviously we're all like, we're all moms and we're super grateful for our children and all the things that go along with it. But there's times that it's just like, what is this really all there is? Like, I'm literally waking up and doing the same thing on repeat. Like, what else is out there that could kind of get me excited to get up each day,
Right. And you kind of struggle with the fact of you do want to start dreaming a little bit, but then you feel the guilt because you've always wanted to be a mama, right? Like, this is what you hoped for, dreamed for, planned for, all the things. And you are so wrapped up in all of that, well, what else is there that I don't have to feel guilty about? Because you feel like if you start something on like a side hustle or go work part-time or take on something new, that you're going to take away from your kiddos. And I don't know about you ladies, but I kind of felt that way too, because all I wanted to do was be a stay-at-home mama. And then once our little guy was old enough to even go to preschool for a few hours in the day, I went home and to do what? Laundry and get dinner ready. And I was like, what else could I be doing that would fuel me? So that was kind of my prompt of starting to wake up a little bit. Like, it's time. There are seasons when your babies are babies, and they need your attention, but eventually they do kind of leave the nest a little bit and start going, to school and doing their activities. And then you're like, wait, what do I do? What do I wake up and dream about now?
Yeah. And I think what you just said, Kelly, too, is like, so Julie is why we're all here together and why we're all connected. But we all started to wake up years ago. It was just this kind of slower process. And now Julie's kind of, Julie's given us some structure around how we do this, which has been invaluable to all of us. I think you both agree as well. But we all started having that tug and started making shifts, not even realizing like that this was like, the ember, that started this whole thing, which is cool. Cause it started a while back for me as well. And my first step was into like the network marketing space and trying to like create something, and design my life how I want it. And just take a little bit more, take control back in a way of, I felt like I almost like lost control because I was in this cycle, but Julie really solidified like the process around it. And like in the last year, I mean, I've changed. I've grown tremendously in the last year, thanks to Julie and the work that's been, provided in that community of hers.
Yes, that is awesome. I remember also my awakening in so many ways was with my direct sales company as well. And I remember like my initial pull was that the products worked, that they helped my skin. I am a breast cancer survivor. And so having a natural solution and knowing that my skin, it's our largest organ. So that whole piece in the cancer realm. But my journey with cancer actually woke me up. Like I look back at it and I'm like, there were so many aspects of my life that weren't in balance. And I think that's one of the things that I've been working on really diligently since then, because as moms, we're taking care of everybody else and we're the last on the list. We're always the last on the list. And it doesn't mean that you need a gazillion million dollars to take care of yourself. It's like taking a walk. It's doing, going for coffee with a friend every now and then. It's things that fuel you. And for me, I had to link it to, well, if I'm a stay-at-home mom, no, I'm not making any money to help our family. So if I start this side gig and it's something that, I resonate and love and feel passionate about, and I can make some extra money doing it, sign me up. But I think the aha I had, the money, it's been great, right? But way more than the money, it was, I would leave the house and I'd be like, going to work, I'd be like,
Mhm.
and I kind
Yes.
of like said it tongue in cheek because I knew that I was gonna just get to hang out with ladies, enjoy not having, little kids tugging at my pants going, "Mom, mom,
Mhm.
mom," and I'm like, "Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, I have 3 hours just to be me."
What did you like, Lisa, before you got into network marketing, what were you doing for your career?
So I was
Or before the
a
kids, I should say, right?
But for the
Before,
kids, right?
Mhm.
yeah.
I have my master's degree in music education and had taught for 10 years in an elementary school, elementary music. I absolutely loved it. And I got kudos, like the kids would give
Mhm.
me like, oh, this was so fun. Or I'd have a concert and it would be like, this is fabulous. I would get the kudos that fed my soul, being in that teacher
Mhm.
role. And then when you move to the stay-at-home mom, and I wanted to be that was always
Mhm.
on my heart. But it's like, who's thanking me for what? Like, I'm getting nothing here. Like, it's all give, 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 and what the heck?
Mhm.
It's tiring, it's exhausting. And so when
Mhm.
I would go and, be able to share the products and get with ladies and do my job as I, kind of tongue in cheek thought, oh, but then, you know, it was fueling me like I am more than just a mom or more than just a music teacher. I as a woman, who am I? And that's where like I started to really tap into what do I want? Right? What's important to me?
Yep, that's exactly right. I kind of felt the same way too going through infertility. So we had our first little guy, took a little bit over a year to conceive him. And then we tried and tried and tried for almost 6 years for baby number two, all failed, unexplained secondary infertility. And that could take a toll. So it's exhausting. It is a mental roller coaster. And I'll share more about my story as we go along, but I kind of hit rock bottom. I was in a depression I didn't know I was in because, right, as mamas, we survive. We make it happen every day. We put on, the happy face and we kind of fake it sometimes. And I got really used to doing that. And I think what got me out of my slumber to wake up is it didn't happen all at one time, I don't think, but it was just these little nuggets that God was placing on my heart or people in my life that it was time to work on Kelly and that it was okay to do that. I think women, like they're not sure. They don't think that they're important or wait until the kids leave the house and then you can figure it out, right? But no, they need the best mama you can be, like right now. And I think that's kind of what lit a fire under me is like, I do have this wonderful little boy. And even though I am trying my darndest to give him a sibling, it's not working out right now. It's not in the cards. It's not the plan, but I need to be here for him. And who can I be? Who can I show up as every single day and give everything I have for him? And so it was finding a community. It was finding women because when you're in that journey of infertility, you feel extremely alone. You're out there on a cliff by yourself, wishing and hoping and praying, and you don't know where to go because you feel alone. And so it seems like we all kind of have this same tie with network marketing. But it's true, it really does create a little bit of something for everybody that can change their life, whether it's that community, whether it's the products, whether it's the income, but it just gives us women that opportunity to just jump into something new. Just try it. You never know how it might change your life at the moment and then where it can bring you, because that's where I feel like with Julie Ciardi and her Ignite program, that's how we met, was taking just one step at a time. If someone told me 2.5 years ago that I'd meet some incredible women like you guys and start a podcast, we each, evolving and changing and exploring new things and waking up, I feel like, for the first time in a long time. And it's a joy to be able to just not have a plan. I'm such a planner, but to just do one more thing each day to be better than you were yesterday. And I just love this community that we have.
Oh, Kelly, this is so exciting because this is what our heart is. I can feel the heartbeat of the two of you as we share. And this is just the beginning. We want to inspire you. We want to motivate you. We want to help you to think bigger, to dream, and really get quiet and figure out what is it that really stirs your soul and lights a fire under your feet. And so this is what we hope to share with you each and every episode as we dive into a quote and then wrap it into how that quote has impacted and is continuing to influence our lives. So we hope that you join us here every single week to share in this with us. And be sure to also check out the show notes to get a copy of this quote and also learn how you can connect with each of us. So we are excited and hope to see you next time, everyone.
See you next time, everyone.
See you guys. Thanks for joining.